Okay, so now we're going to play a Bug Legends list. This is a list trying to abuse Mox Amber to flood the board with threats early on. So we've got our Legends, Avia, Barol, and Tetsuko makes almost every creature in the deck unblockable. And once we've flooded the board, we use a card like Driven Despair to just require loads of cards, make our opponent discard most of their hand. This card works really nicely with Barol, since it's so cheap to cast both sides of it. I played a league with this already over the weekend and went 3-2. And it wasn't perfect. It struggled a lot against aggro decks and decks with Walking Ballista. I tried to make the deck a bit better against those cards, but it was very good against Control, which was really exciting. I've changed some things around. I've added another Harvester. I've added a Khan and some Ballistas of my own. Hoping that helps. But I'm pretty excited to put this through its paces again for a second time, because I've been really enjoying this deck. And we're against Reed Duke. So I'm just going to send a fangirl message to him. Good luck, have fun. Big fan. Alright, I'm going to keep this hand. This hand's not great, it's a bit land heavy, but we've got Elves into Harvester, which is pretty impressive, I think. Ooh, but it also has Llanowar Elf. So, Reed's been playing a red-green deck a lot recently. So there's a decent chance he is still on his red-green deck, I'd imagine. Which could be a tough matchup. We've got the Harvesters, though, that can block the Flyers, which is nice. Could also be Green Stompy, that's true. I know he trophied with a red-green list the other day, though. So we'll see, it could be one way or the other. It is red-green, cool. Jade Light Ranger reveals a land and a Jade Light Ranger. Alright, so we get to go Harvester this turn. I've kept the other Jade Light, cool. So I can put this on human. Cast a Harvester. Next turn I get to cast 2 Glint Sleeves. It's fine, Zaratol. I only have the one trophy, I think, so far. I think I only have the one. So, imagine I'm not too threatening in that regard. Right, now I go double Siphoner, attack with my Harvester. I'm a bit scared of dying here. This Ronus is really threatening, but... Okay, still... Wonder if I want to, like, almost hold back the Harvester to block the Jade Light. Then we take a hit off Ronus, though. Ronus was definitely one of the cards I was really struggling to beat with this deck in my first league. It just, like, dominates board states and means you can't chump block. Attack, yeah, we probably just have to attack, right? We have to try and get them dead. Right. So... Cast my Siphoner. For sure. I might just cast the Llanowar Elf as well. And then I can, if my opponent just, like, pumps something with Ronus, I can use a Llanowar Elf to chump. To, like, avoid falling too far behind in the race. Because the only creature you ever get to chump when Ronus is on board is Ronus himself. This is pretty good, though. I get in for 4 damage. Yeah, we 5-0'd Doug. It was sweet with Super Friends. Eep. Oh wait, Ronus can't attack this turn. Okay, that's cool. No Ronus attack this turn is good. I'm going to trade my elf with their elf, I think. Yeah. Cool. Just take the free. Get to draw a card. Bomat. Huh. Interesting. So what do we do here? We can go Siphoner, Crew, Harvester. Attack with Glint Sleeve and Harvester. They get to trade a 3/2 for the Siphoner, which I'm pretty okay with. Sure. Alright. So we can crew with the Siphoner. Also just cast the Bomat and attack with this too. That might actually be decent, honestly. Can cast the Bomat. Means I don't get... I can hold back like one thing to chump the Ronus, but I can do something like this. It means double blocks can't happen on the Siphoner if he wants to eat the courier or the elf. I think this is pretty good. And we get to hold back one thing to chump the Ronus, which is important, I think. There isn't a braid coming, which is going to kill my my Harvester, sadly. But it's not the end of the world. I think I'm willing to ditch these two cards to draw a card with Courier here. Costs me a life as well, but I think that's fine. Alright. That Unclaimed Territory attack is pretty sweet. There's lots of humans in this deck. I think I'd prefer to gain life than draw a card. It's kind of close. I think I'm going to do that. Alright, so we're pretty far behind this game because of the Abrade. But we're certainly not out of it by any means. How many red sources? Not many. There's like 3 Ether Hubs, 4 Spire of Industry, I think. So we don't... It's not the best Bomat Courier deck in the world. But Bomat Courier just does a bunch of different things. It like turns on the Spire for us. It gets in with Tetsuko. It's a thing you can cast off your turn 1 Mox, which is kind of nice. So it's not like the best card in this deck, but it does a few things here and there. This is true, J-Rod. The best decks all cast Teferi. Teferi. However I meant to pronounce it. I kind of waffle back and forth. People like criticize me whenever I say Teferi. Another Jade Light Ranger. Scary. That gets the Ronus online. Pretty strong. I just have to chump the Ronus here, or else I'm going to be super dead next turn, sadly. Charter Course, huh. Might just cast this pre-combat. I have to discard my Sanctum, but I don't think that's relevant at all. Interesting. So... because Ronus gets to pump 2 things is the problem. I think we're just going to lose to the Ronus, because we can't actually meaningfully chump block anything. Because, yeah, the trample we can't deal with. Yeah, we can't win this game. If this Ronus was just like, you know, some other big threat, maybe we'd have a chance. But I think Ronus is pretty problematic. So let's bring in these hostage takers. Take out this Khan. Bring in another Harvester. These all seem great. I don't know if we want some contraband kingpins. It stops like Jade Light Ranger kind of nicely. Jade Light beatdowns. Definitely want these hostage takers though. I might trim on charter courses. They aren't like the most necessary card in the world. And then I kind of want to trim a couple things for some kingpins, maybe. Could trim like a courier and a barrel for 2 kingpins. Seems kind of decent. I think I like this. Honestly, might be better just to have like more kingpins post board as well, but I'm gonna try this. Ooh, this does some nice stuff. I'm gonna keep this. Kinda need to draw another cheap creature. But I think this hand has a lot of potential. Oh, you 0-5 with Sam's timepiece list? I really wanted that deck to be good. But I really wanted the timepiece deck to be good, but I can imagine it just being too deadly in this format, where everyone's running each other over. Right, what am I doing here? Just playing the territory and passing, I guess. Territory on human. Oh, this is an Aetherborn rogue. How's that real? Oh, stupid. I need to learn my creature types. Because, like, almost everything's a human in this deck. But I guess Kingpin is in fact not a human. As it so happens. Right, let's just get down our stupid 1-3. And pass the turn. Reed is playing a slightly better deck than our deck, Jarvis. But this is one of the this bug deck I'm slightly obsessed with at the moment. I need to get it out of my system. He's playing what's it called? Red green beatdown. Yeah, monsters. Hey there, lobster. Super friends are the best kind of friends. Oh, we need to play the Mox now, right? To cast our Kingpin. This deck looks so janky right now. He might Manglehorn me. Kinda sad, all those creatures are gonna be sat back to block my Menace critters. Potentially. This is really annoying. The Contraband Kingpin means that Reed doesn't want to attack, which means my Driven to Despair is like rotting. Maybe the Kingpins are bad because they make your opponent not attack you. so you can't attack them back. Like, I just added them for this league, but didn't have them in the previous league. So there's an Abrade coming next turn, right? This gives menace, but we have like no good attacks at the moment. Kind of just have to pass the turn here, I think. Oh, I need to update the title, don't I? That's what people meant. So, standard Bug Legends. Yeah, I need to update the title. That is why people kept commenting about Super Fun still. Alright, this is looking pretty rough for me. My hand is not panned out. Hopefully Reed just like kills Brawl here. I can move on with my life. No, he's going to kill the Kingpin instead. I kind of want to not block so it can't get abraded. Then we can just hope Reed doesn't have another creature and we get to swing with our Driven Despair next turn. I think I like that. I'm just going to take this. I guess now he gets to kill Brawl, which is annoying. Probably still go for it though, right? But if this gets abraded, we get to cast our like backup Brawl, which is kind of nice. Alright. Okay. So this is going to get abraded. We are going to get to like draw one, discard one here though. And then cast our backup Legends. We gain a life as well. Yep, another Brawl, sure. So we can cast Brawl. Cast Tetsuko. Oh my god. That sounds amazing, Zaratol. Do I want this? I probably don't. I don't know what I do want. I guess I want a Harvester, kind of. I kind of want a Harvester. Probably put this on the bottom, try and find a Harvester. It's kind of awkward, because like Avia is almost good enough. She can start making massive XXs. Alright, if I double block, I lose both my creatures. But it gets the Abrade out the way. And I have a backup Brawl anyway, so I think this is fine. Cool. Just got to trade. That's great for us. Another Jade Light, sure. Uh-oh. Ronus is a problem. Now kind of wishing I just drew the stupid Avia. Maybe I was just meant to keep Avia. Maybe I figure there's like a decent chance one of these gets braided and then the game slows down a tiny bit. This Avia wouldn't do much against Ronus specifically, but it's possible I was just meant to keep Avia on top there. Now Ronus is coming down. I guess I can still double block the 3/2s. So I'm probably meant to still hold back Kingpin. Honestly don't really know how I win for Ronus though. It's like the same problem as last game, where you just don't get to do anything profitable in combat because of the pump. And like you're forced to block because of the pump as well. It just gets really awkward, really fast. Could draw a hostage taker though. That's a reason to keep playing. Hostage taker would be pretty great here. Another kingpin. That buys us a tiny bit of time, so I'm going to just cast that and keep playing. Right, the tiniest bit of time here. Pumps this so that Ronus can attack. Makes sense. Just attacking with Ronus. Okay, I'm almost tempted just to take that. I think I'm just going to take that and hope to rip a hostage taker here. Nope. Right, now we are probably dead. Since we have to trump this, and both of these can be given trample, so we lose our whole board. Alright, so is hostage taker good enough now? It's probably good enough. If we draw a hostage taker, I think we're still in this game. Right? I think we are. Even like losing our whole board like this, hostage taker could still be good enough. Maybe we just want more hostage takers in the board. Just for like matchups like this. That'd be interesting. This card was actually pretty exciting in that sort of matchup. Just like have 4 hostage takers in the board for the mid-range decks. Maybe we could even have a couple main deck. Like, I'm not thrilled about the Khan in the main deck. So you could just have like 2 hostage takers board and then like 2 main deck over like a Khan and a Ballista. So that we have some amount of game against the mid-range decks. Yeah, it is a rough read, for sure. Although it would have to be removal that hits Ronus. I mean, Hostage Taker is pretty great as Aratol, to be fair. The card's probably being really underplayed at the moment. I think Hostage Taker honestly looks pretty good in this format at the moment. In, like, good decks, as opposed to this abomination that I'm obsessed with. I kinda love this deck, but it needs work. Right, that's an Ether Hub. If this was, what's it called? Unclaimed territory, this hand would be kinda gas. We did not beat Reed, sadly. Is this a keep? I kinda want to keep this. I'm on the draw, and I get a scry. There's like a bunch of things that make this hand like kinda good. Even a Mox lets us go like a Vier into Courier, potentially. Yeah, no shame in losing to Reed, for sure. Right, we will bottom the Brawl. I'm just going to cast the Courier this turn, since I don't want to use up my energy if I can help it. Yeah, Hostage Taker is probably really good in blue-black right now, I agree. Everyone's just casting creatures, right? Everyone's just casting lots of creatures. That's fair, Hogpog. Land. Ooh. It's kind of interesting. Means we have to use up our energy on a Via. which is a bit sad. Kind of wish this was just like a land instead of a Mox Amber. This is fine though. Now if we rip a land next turn, we have like Ballista or Siphoner or even Tetsuko. I guess I shouldn't have played out the Avia, because now they might be motivated to kill Avia if they're on like black-green instead of green Stompy. I assume they're just on green Stompy though. Oh my god, Hogfog. That's so heartbreaking. How's your stream been going, by the way, Hogfog? I guess we just cast the Ballista this turn. If we rip a land, we have Harvester, which is kind of legit on this board. Even a Mox lets us Harvester. Honestly, if we hit a land, we're in kind of a decent spot. Like, Harvester blocks pretty well, and then buys us time to get, like, our Tetsuko on board. Bit scared of a Gouter, but... Alright, hit their land drop, which is good for them. Oh, awesome, Hogpog, that's great. Well done on the subs. You... Disgusting. You can kill my courier, I guess. Interesting. Crew the Heart, attack with both. Honestly, that Ballista is going to be pretty hard to beat. I wonder if I'm just meant to ping the Ballista with my Ballista, so they can't untap and start ticking up their Ballista. They get to kill my courier, which is really sad. But then if I hit a land, I can land Harvester, and that keeps all their creatures at bay. Yeah, I think I just want to do this. I just need to get this thing out of play. Oh, that's really cool. Hogpog, I'm glad it's all going so well for you. Yeah, they get to kill my courier here, but I think this is fine. We just need to get the Ballista out of play. If we hit a land, we're in a fine spot. Yep. Yep. Yes. I guess I just attack. I can't afford to block the Branch Walker with my Avia, right? Because I need the Mox online to cast my Harvester. Awesome, that's really nice to hear. I'm glad it's working out for you. Alright, here comes the heart. I'm gonna hit us again. We're taking 9. I guess if we draw the land for the Harvester, we're probably just dead, right? Even then. When will I be on till? Good question. I'm thinking of just doing this league. If we end up like doing terribly this league, I might just fire up a draft as well. But if we get to like the 4th or 5th match of this league, I will probably just be on for this league, Doug. What can I do here? I can cast the Harvester. Honestly though, you watch the accents. Oh my word. I can cast the Harvester. I can activate Heart and pump it with the Oasis. I guess then I'm still drawing towards like another harvester. It's kind of awkward. I don't really want to show my opponent that there's a harvester in my deck, but I guess I'm still not quite out of this game yet. That makes sense, Doug. I don't know what time I'm going to be streaming on Sunday. It might be before coverage starts, though. Like, getting to stream before coverage starts sounds pretty nice. I'm also, like, vaguely tempted to stream the Mox playoff tomorrow on a delay. Because, like, I don't really care about... I guess winning would get me a PT invite, but it doesn't get me to the Mox anymore. So it's kind of tempting. Okay, yep. I'm willing to believe I cannot beat a Galter. Oh, awesome, dog. I might end up doing that. It would be with Lantern, so I know it doesn't appeal to everyone, but you watch me do for the baffling misplays caused by giddiness. I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Niche market hype. Lantern hype, for sure. Love Lantern. Let's try this. I think this is like a nice setup for post-board. I know Lantern is not everyone's thing, but I kind of adore playing it. Yeah, the thing is, buttons, like, I'm already qualified for the Magic Online Championship, so I'm not that invested in the tournament. I'm mainly playing it because it's kind of a free roll. Like, the prizes are quite nice, and it costs me nothing to enter it. But, I'm not, like, super invested in it or whatever. Oh my god. Why is this not a green source? Right, mulligan. Oh boy. Yes, this is a keep. Tetsuko's nice. Go turn 2 Brawl, turn 3 Tetsuko, turn 4 Driven Despair. It's a bit slow. Kinda wish we had a 1-drop in hand. Maybe we do just need the Hope of Gyarados back in the deck list just to have more 1-drops. Like, our hands have felt a lot less explosive than they did in my first league with this deck. For sure. Oh, it could be it as a YouTube exclusive. I could do that, Doug. That's a decent idea. I don't know. I'll see how I feel. I mean, qualifying for the PT would be great. It's like, I'm so unlikely to win it. And if it qualified for me for the MOC as well, I'd be super invested. But, like, the fact that I'm really unlikely to win it and... like, it just queues to the PT, like, combined, make me not super invested, I think. Like, those two things in combination. Alright, so this turn we hit for 1, next turn we get to Driven Despair, draw 2, discard 2. Artificer's Assistant, I cannot remember what that card does. Give me a moment, Faye. Artificer's Assistant. Oh. Huh. That's interesting. I could see that being decent. It's kind of close. So, Hope is a lot easier for us to cast, and it also makes our Spire of Industries better. But the Scry off of the bird is pretty nice too. Like, the activated ability on Hope just never comes up. That's interesting. You might have a point. You might have a point that's, I think it's really close as to which is better. Right, Driven Despair. Well, I'm glad you loved the article. It was great fun to write it. And I've been told I might have the opportunity to write future articles, so if anything pops up I want to write about, that would be exciting. Oh my god, Phil. Please land. Please land. Or Mox, or whatever. Mana source. I just want to cast Hostage Taker next turn. Alright, that is good. If I ripple land, I can now cast Hostage Taker next turn. If not, I can cast this Harvester, maybe? This game's going to be kind of hard to win, but it's not going terribly so far. Yeah, it did feel dirty, for sure. This interaction is like half the reason I kind of want to invest a bit of time into this deck. Yeah, it's Cedric. But the deck does have problems. I found it beats up on control decks really well. Is like one of the appealing things of this deck. You beat up on control decks like really, really hard. But some of these other matchups need a bit of help, for sure. Or a lot of help. I don't really know how to do that. I think going up to 4 hostage takers in the 75 is a start. Though it's definitely a start. Bronzodon. Don't be like that, opponent. That's so rude. You get to kill my Harvester. Attack me for lethal. Yep. Oh my god. Like, he's actually told me I can straight up do it. Zaratol, you don't have to talk to him at all. I was underplaying things because I always do that, but... You have no power. Oh my god. Alright. It's kind of a sad start. We had like a bunch of clunky and underpowered draws, for sure. Not sure what I need to change. Maybe the ballistas aren't very good. I think the ballistas aren't very good. Like, the ballistas have looked pretty rancid every time we've drawn them. So I think we need the hope of Gyarados back in the deck, or maybe some Artificer's Assistance, or like a mix of the two. I also overplay things. I bounce wildly between underplaying and overplaying things. The Khan has seemed like it would have been pretty terrible every game. Alright, join the match. Alright, we're on the draw. Ooh, this hand is delightful. This hand's so good. Kind of want a third creature to max out this Driven Despair, but this hand's... It's got a Mox with a Via. It's got a Barol to help make Driven Despair nice and cheap. If we draw a third land, this hand's actually like ludicrously explosive. Let's just cast a Via this turn. Throne of the God Pharaoh, that's kind of cool. I've seen that in the mono blue decks. He's playing like the mono blue aggro deck sometimes, and it's always looked decent. I don't know, it's kind of awkward. I feel like the deck wants more creatures before it wants something like that, but what are we doing here? I could just cast the Harvester. And then if I rip a land, I can go Brawl into Driven Despair. Even if I don't rip a land, I can go like Brawl Driven potentially. I think I'm just gonna cast the Harvester. That looks pretty good here. And we can hold back a Via so the Harvester can block the Heart and keep our life total a bit higher. Yeah, most of the games I've been winning with it have been through abusing Driven Despair. It's just like figuring out how to make the engine work is a bit challenging. Like what pieces it needs. If we draw a third land, this is going to be amazing. It's not a third land. What do I want to do here? Oh my god. Jeez, Aratol. Awesome, I hope you enjoy it, Phil. I guess I cast Brawl, because if I hit a land, I can cast Tetsuko anyway and just attack with Brawl next turn instead. Yes, I guess I just cast my Brawl. I miss out on a damage potentially, but then I can do a big Driven Despair turn next turn. And like draw 4, discard 2. And get something going. I think I like this. Right. As long as they don't get, like, anything too scary in play. Yeah, we get their final 2 cards from their hand next turn now. I guess they have 2 blockers back, which is annoying. Because the stupid Harvester's stopping them from attacking. So we kind of want to hit the land so we can Tetsuko now. This is fine though. If we hit the land, this is going to be amazing. That's fine. I'll take it. I'll take it. Right, so we go Tetsuko. Oh, these only make blue mana, don't they? So I have to cast Tetsuko. Wait, they make blue and green, so this is fine. So we cast Tetsuko. We play the Mox. Keep the Mox. These can't be blocked, so we want to attack with the things that can't be blocked. I could animate the Harvester as well. I get to draw another card that way. I can gain some life off it to make up for the fact they get to swing back. That seems decent. I think I just want to draw another card. Animate the Harvester. Can we have a Zeratul stream soon? These stories are pretty great, for sure. Right, Driven. This is so great. I'm so happy. We're living our best life here. We're living our best life. Oh, pain energy. Draw free, discard free. Can't be blocked. Oh my god. Actually magical Christmas land. I guess I shouldn't F6 because I can draw a land for my turn. Hit my land drop. This is great. This is great, Lobster. Oh, it has menace, so they can't block it with the heart. This makes it all worth it. This makes all the losing worth it. This makes me so happy. It needs work, Void, but it's certainly something. Okay, you cast your Blossoming Defense. Ah. Draw 3, you discard your hand. Play my land. Dibs on not playtesting against me in Richmond. Oh my god. We're probably still gonna lose this game, but it's been worth it. Alright, get your Scrounger. We can start making tokens of Avia in a couple turns, which is kinda nice, actually. Start making like 5/5s or 6/6s. New Resilient Kenra, so making 4, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 and going to 9. Next time we'll have our Harvester back to block though, and then they can't really start attacking us very well, whilst we get to chip in with Tetsuko creatures. Alright. Hey there, Chantal. What am I doing here? How's the Legends? We're 0-2 in this league, but this game's been pretty sweet. So, you know, ups and downs. I kind of just want to make a huge creature with Avia, honestly. So I can start blocking on the ground. It'll be like number of creatures you control. It'll be a 4/4, so it gets to block like the free freeze really well. I think I'm just going to do that. Just like pass the turn. I can attack with one of these, I guess, and just make a huge creature with Avia. We can animate our Harvester to make the creature bigger. Yeah, it's not been the best, but it's been cool. We've kind of learnt a bit about like what I need to change. Tetsuko plus Slimefoot is worth it for the memes. It might be. The memes are quite important. Alright, so opponent doesn't really have good attacks here. End step we animate Harvester, make a 4/4. And then next time we get to make a 5/5. Play Elf? No, then we can't make it's 5 mana to activate the second ability on Avia. Alright. This is pretty disgusting. If we're going for meme value, put a single Yargle in. Oh my god. If we get a land next turn, we can make like a 6/6. I feel like I'm just meant to be activating Avia every turn now. Like, just making massive creatures. Even if they draw a Gouter, we can like eventually block down a Gouter, right? We can be attacking with our, for like 1 a turn at the moment. Yeah, I think I just want to make another large creature. And just feel super safe behind my wall. And then next turn I can like spam my hand and cast a decent Driven. possible I could attack for 2 here. They probably aren't attacking into like double construct, right? We don't have energy of note this turn. Next turn we get some more energy with Siphoner though to fuel the Harvester, which is really nice. Yeah, we're going to keep swinging. We get to take down a chunk of their board though. Oh, they could just pump the heart. Is Bomat good in the list of no red? It's been like medium. You kind of need ones though, and you need artifacts for your spires, and it's unblockable with Tetsuko. And you have like 7 red sources between the spires and ether hubs. So it's been like really medium, but not the absolute worst. I think we're just going to take this. Then next turn, play Siphoner, have lifelink on this. I think if I chump this, I'm just going to die to this really quickly. Obviously this leaves us in a bad state versus Ballista. I think Ballista is going to be really obnoxious anyway. I think I'm just going to take 7 here. Yeah. This is kind of awk, but it's fine. You forgot about Spire and Hub. Yeah, we have like 7 sources. Like I found most of the time you can crack your Ballista when your Courier when you want to. And lots of the time you just don't have the spare mana to crack it anyway. Mana Elves is fine. So we go Crew Harvester. Blossoming gets you. That's true. That's true. We would have died to Blossoming. Good point. They'd have had to have top decked it, but that was a very good point. Alright, what are we doing? We're definitely playing the Siphoner because I need some energy for my Harvester. So that's definitely happening. I guess I could go Courier driven this turn. I feel like this turn I'm on like the defense. Though like some of my crappy creatures are starting to actually be able to like block pretty decently. I might just cast... Yeah, I can attack with one thing and cast this Charter Course, I guess, and just have that be my turn. And cast these and try and kill over the next 2 turns. I like that. Attack with my Tetsuko. Cast this Charter Course, try and hit land drops. Awesome. Cast this Elf. Cast this Courier. Play this Marsh. Okay. Now Siphoner is going to give us a steady stream of energy for the Harvester. And can't be blocked because of Tetsuko. So we just have to dodge like Ballista specifically. Even a Gauta we can kind of deal with because we're making massive creatures with a Via. Yeah, opponent's super done. Alright, so we want these hostage takers. We want the extra Harvester. We decided Khan was bad here and Charter Course was a bit slow. So seems decent. Right, I want to win a match. I want to beat green. One a green matchup is like kind of tough, honestly. Alright, we're on the draw. We're on the draw that game as well, so... this is a keep. It's definitely a keep. We have 1 drop into 2 drop, and then on turn 3 we can go divination plus mind drop. Seems reasonable. I guess we need to draw another way to make coloured mana in order to do that, but shouldn't be too hard. Because spires don't currently make coloured mana on this draw. The hostage take is going to be really nice this game. Ooh, Tetsuko. Interesting. Oh, this is a human as well. Gas. Right, name human. I'm just going to get my Barol in play. If we draw the right sort of way to turn this on, we get to Driven Despair next turn. If not, we can like play Tetsuko and set up for a Driven Despair the turn after. Though we might have to do this pretty soon. Steal their Heart of Kiran at some point. Heart of Kiran gives us coloured mana off our spires too. Jeez. It's kind of exciting. They're missing a land drop too. Potentially. Alright, we go to 16. Draw another spire, but that's fine. We can draw 2 and get Tetsuko down this turn. Tetsuko even blocks the Kenra, which is kind of nice. Another hostage taker. Maybe I should just have more of these in my 75. These look kind of great here, honestly. Next time we can just hostage taker, take the Heart of Kiran. Like, cut down my opponent's pressure massively. No, my bro. Opponent's scared of that Driven Despair. Jeez. I'm just gonna take this thing. I'll also just take the Kenra. It's probably also fine. I think this is fine too. Swing for 2 damage. Next turn we can go Heart and Despair. Despair some cards out of my opponent's hand. Awesome. We finally won a match. If the opponent's struggling on mana over there. Whew. Alright, 1 and 2. On the recovery, on the road to the 3-2. I really hope I can get the 3-2 with this. Make me so happy. We've like learned a lot as well. About like changes that need to happen to the deck. Like more hostage takers, less ballistas. Probably we had some 1-drops, whether they're Hope of Girapers or Artificer's Assistance. Probably like a mix, maybe. Kind of both have upside. Yeah, this is a sample hand. This is a mulligan. Oh, this hand's nice. We go turn 1, Avia, Mox, Elves. And we just have like 3 mana in play on turn 1. What was Reed playing that first match? He was on Red Green Monsters. Stamped Orion. Kind of torn here. I guess we bottom this. If we hit a land, we can go turn 2 Khan. We also just don't have like a blue source at the moment, so we're kind of like digging for mana anyway. Alright, land for turn 2 Khan. Land for turn 2 Khan. Okay. This is kind of gross. I mean, you need about 12 legends in your deck for the Mox, but I agree the deck's not perfect. I just kind of enjoy it. I think it's fun to mess around with. Alright, land. So unlucky. I guess we just draw 2, right? Drawing 2 seems great. They could have a seal away, I guess. I wonder. I could just make a token this turn with a Via, and then next turn go for the draw cards. Then even if they have a seal away, I still get a draw 2 out of it. It's probably fine. I think I'm just going to make a token here. It's kind of an underwhelming turn 2 after that start, but I think it's fine. Alright, end of their turn. Just going to make a 1/1. Could see a seal away here on the Avia. Kind of brutal. Shuts down our Mox. Yep. Right. Yes, I'm just casting the Siphoner and attacking for 1 here. It's kind of awkward. You kind of want to have like your big turn before they have settle up, but this game that's not really going to be possible the way things have panned out. Do I just have to like go for the Driven? So lame. I guess if they settle or wreckage these 2 creatures, we get like 2 lands out the deal, which sounds kind of amazing. So I guess I'm pretty happy trying to like incentivize my opponent to settle the wreckage here. Right, sure. So now we're just hoping to fade Fumigate, I guess. Teferi would also be a problem. There's mainly Fumigate I'm scared of, wiping my board, and like stone raining me. Okay. Get to draw a card off our Siphoner, which is great. Still no land. I think I'm just going to attack with these 2 again. And then cast this other Siphoner post-combat. I think that sounds decent to me. They just like seal away or cast out this Siphoner. I get my second energy off the other Siphoner to like threaten to draw a card next turn. I think I'm just going to cast this. I don't think we're beating a Fumigate very easily this game anyway. If they want to trade a spell for the Siphoner, that's fine with me. Glimmer is scary. Okay, sure. This means like we get to draw off our siphoners next turn too, hopefully, and dig for lands. Alright, they drew 2, they put 1 on top, 1 on bottom. It's like a decent chance. The thing they kept was a Fumigate or a Settle. I don't really care about Settle because it gives me mana. It also means I still get to draw off my siphoners, but Fumigate would be scary. Comes the land. Search. It's also kind of scary, but it's not a Fumigate. Right, we get to draw a card here. Right, doesn't make blue mana, but I'll take it. I just want to attack with everything. If they don't have Settle, it gives me a reasonable chance of killing them, which is nice. I wonder if I can go like Driven attack with these 3. If they don't have Settle, they probably lose the game then. If they do have Settle, I get lands. I can like land my Llanowar Elf post-combat. I think I like this. Wow, they're countering it. Oh, they're cycling the farmland to look for a counter. That's great news for us. Jeez. This is so good for us. Get to take their whole hand. Get 2 energy for our siphoners next turn as well. It's gonna mean, it means Search is online next turn, but it also means we have a decent shot at like killing our opponent, which is nice. Like we're going to be 1 short of lethal next turn. We eat their whole hand up. Somehow still in this game. I'll play the land. You're right, Ob. I didn't think of that at all. You are completely correct. We should play the land pre-combat. 100%. Alright, next turn. We are 1 short of lethal. We also have this Khan we could potentially cast. They get to flip Search, but unless they find an untapped land, Search can't find Settle for them and cast it in the same turn. They found a Seal Away, which is not too problematic. Answers a Siphoner. Then we get to untap and land a Khan in play though. Draw a card? Sure. Sounds great. Lands. Awesome. Right. So I think I'm attacking for free. Casting Khan and Brawl, maybe. Also attack for 4 and cast Khan. Means I have to attack with less creatures into a Settle later on. Kind of makes sense to me. Just like attack for 4, get in the extra damage, rather than cast another 1/3 when they're like looking for sweepers anyway. Cool. So let's play this. Name human. Cast calm. I'm just going to start plussing Khan. We can have him in reserve to make artifacts once they draw a Fumigate. Ooh, those are some nice ones. Avia and Driven Despair. I guess they have to give us Avia, right? If we win this game after, like, missing on mana for several turns, I think I'm just going to attack for 4 here. I think that sounds pretty great to me. Rather than casting Avia when they just need to find a sweeper regardless. The extra damage could really matter. Makes playing around Settle a lot easier as well. Glimmer. Sure. Conceded. How the hell did we win that game? I needed to cast Barol or Tetsuko first. I could do that. I kind of wanted to get in the extra damage though. With my Llanowar Elf, put them to 4. Kind of preferred getting in the extra damage over getting the 1-3 on board, I think, because they need to find a sweeper anyway to get back in that game. Alright, we have some sideboard cards. Spell Pierces, Negates, and these Canopies. I've been cutting Harvesters in this matchup. Obviously, Harvester's good against Fumigate, but it's pretty bad otherwise. I need to cut 5 more cards. So I've been trimming on Legends in this matchup. I guess I could trim on Llanowar Elves too. Maybe I could also trim on like Ballistas. Ballista's not very good in this matchup. I'll just do this. I think it seems decent. Yeah, let's try this. Yeah, I was aware of that, Ob, but thanks for the heads up. This hand needs a bit of help. I think I'm gonna keep it. I can start making like 1/1s with Avia if I don't draw anything good. So it's not like the end of the world. Ooh, Siphoner is a nice draw. Okay. I guess I didn't have to play this out, right? That was a bit stupid. So I can go human, cast Avia. Nice. Pass the turn. I guess we don't actually have blue mana. Oh wait, we do because of the Spire for the negate. Okay, so everything's fine. Next turn we can cast the Siphoner if we want. Another Siphoner. I think what I'm gonna do here is make 2 Siphoners. So that we're guaranteed drawing a card off one next turn. And then we can just hold up negate for a while. Once we've got 2 Siphoners in play. This is kind of gross. Kind of gross. Now we untap with negate up, potentially. Right. Draw a card. Ether Hub is decent. And another Siphoner. This hand is really panned out. This is amazing. Just like, apparently drawing 3 Siphoners is good against the control deck, who knew? Always yield to these Siphoners. They can like seal away one, but we don't even care. Nope, they're just taking it all. Cool. Play this Ether Hub. And cast our Siphoner. Sick. And you can counter this, but I don't really care. I don't think. Because I've still got 2 in play, and I've got a negate for a settle. Oh my god, we get to draw 2 cards next turn now. This is nice. Sure. I get to find my island now. Yes, they needed to fix their mana. No, just got another white source, okay. Next time we get to attack for 7 and draw 2 cards. 3 bobs, how can I lose? I know, right? Turn 2 double bob is a hell of a thing. Yeah, this mana base is an adventure. This mana base is an adventure. Right, we really want to draw like 1 more counter spell here, and then we probably have this game pretty locked up. Draw a card. Draw a card. Gas. Gas. Oh my god, I wish I had a Brawl in play for this Driven Despair. I'm probably just meant to hold up double negate so I can counter 2 sweepers rather than draw cards with Driven. As good as drawing 4 is, I guess. I guess if I cast Driven, I can draw another Mox Amber or a Spell Pierce, and any of those draws means I get to hold up a counter on their turn as well. I kinda just want to hold up double negate though. And like not be greedy. So clearly leaning on a sweeper this game, right? It's kind of interesting. I think this is like a really key decision point. I'm not really sure what's correct. I think I'm just going to go the not be greedy route with these negates though. Well, obviously we're missing out on Driven Despair value this way. Seal away is the thing that punishes us for this line, because we kind of have to let it resolve, I think. So it's still fine. We get to keep 2 Siphoners in play. Yeah, I could negate that and keep them on a 2-turn clock, I guess. Kind of just want to hold negate for things that matter, like sweepers. Maybe I am meant to negate that. I mean, like, negate back, but then this or... Yeah, I'm just meant to negate that seal away, right? The only thing feels bad is if they have a second seal away, but... Yeah, I was meant to counter there. Like, 100%. This is still fine, though. I'm still miles ahead at the moment. Like, probably still just a huge favourite to win with double negate in hand. And drawing 2 cards off my Siphoners next turn. But I was definitely meant to negate that seal away, I think. Land Fumigate incoming. Passing the turn, okay. Pay 2 energy. Pay 2 energy. Alright, those are some cards. Now I can Driven and still have double negate up, which is kind of gas. You can cast this Brawl, I'm not sure it's worth it though. If they S and scatter this, I still have double negate up, right? So it's still fine. Yes, it's worth it. Oh, I only have the... So if they counter this, I only have the one negate up, because I only have one normal blue source, but when we attack, we're going to make an energy, which means this can make blue mana later. So I think I can just cast this brew pre-combat as a result. And then I get to go driven and hold up the negates. And this is like ridiculous overkill, but I kind of love it. Why kill normally when you can overkill? Oh, I meant to use the unclaimed territory, aren't I? For Barol. That makes sense. I'm still getting used to this mana base. It's really weird. Kind of wild. Right, we're going to keep this Mox Amber. Then we get to go make a green mana driven. Oh, we could have even cast the Bomat Courier. Sorry, I'm still getting used to this deck. It's really weird, but we should have obviously cast this before doing that. Because we're going to draw one less card now. I don't think it really matters. I think our opponent's just like super dead no matter what they do, but should obviously have cast this beforehand. Alright, alright. So we get to attack for 6. Negate, loot away the Avia. Getting used to the mana base in this case means wrestling it into some workable combination. Pretty much. The mana base here is a treat. For sure. Oh, do we just get to draw free? Is that what's happening? Okay. Sure. This is disgusting. Yeah, I'll land drop as well. We're drawing so many cards. It's great. This is so great. Sure, you counter my charter course. Fumigate incoming. Alright. No, come back! Come back! I wanted to cast the second negate. Oh my god, opponent. That was kind of disgusting. Okay, we're 2-0. We're 2-0. 2-0. No, 2-2, sorry. Basically the same. 2-0, 2-2. Is there really any difference? We're 2-2 with Bug Legends. Why do they always run? I don't know. It's so heartbreaking. That second game showed what this deck is capable of. Like the fact we got to go double Siphoner on turn 2 was really gross. I've got some decent ideas on how to update this deck now. I want more Hostage Takers for sure. I think Hostage Taker is just awesome in this. At least in the board anyway. 2-0 in my last 2 matches, I know, right? Can't lose. Ooh, Fast Fake. This person was on Grixis Vehicles the other day. New Landsflux. When are you going to play Mono Blue? It's clearly the best deck, Merchant Deckhand OP. That deck did look like better than expected, for sure. That's the main reason, Brizzle. I also figure in this deck it's like something that gets unblockable off Tetsuko, which is like kind of fine. I'm not sure if that's actually exciting enough though. No worries, Johnny. You're here now. Ooh, Siphoner. Siphoner's gas with Harvester coming down next turn. 100% casting the Siphoner here. Alright, let's name Human. Because our mana base is glorious. Most glorious mess in the world. So Phil would say. Definitely guilty. So Phil would say. Yeah, that deck is sweet freed. The Throne of the God Pharaoh, Sliverblade nonsense. Kinda love that deck. Still haven't played it on stream yet. Yeah, that makes sense, Coda. I could see that being the case. I looked for like decent free drops and just couldn't find any for this deck. But I might have been missing on some of them. Alright, let's just get our Harvester and play this turn. Get to attack with our Siphoner and start getting energy production online. Next turn use Tetsuko to crew the Harvester. Yeah, it's what Simon was playing, Lobster. It's up on Goldfish, Hogpog. Oh, I'm glad you enjoy the podcast so much, Guilty. This is exciting. I'm just play a Khan this turn. I guess that's what we're doing, right? And then holding back Siphoner to crew the Harvester. But honestly, I could down-tick Khan. If I down-tick Khan, I can crew the Harvester with the token. And it means I get to keep attacking with my Siphoner, which is really nice. Then an opponent could play another creature, crew this, attack both at Khan. I kind of want to plus, I guess. I get to eat one creature with the Harvester, at least. Could still minus, but then we lose Khan, so I want to plus. Yeah, that makes complete sense. They Harvester and Blue Marsh. We're going to get the Marsh, but we have another Harvester we can cast next turn now, which is great. We can go minus Khan, Tetsuko plus Harvester. And just like dominate the board with our Harvesters. So the reason I've not been keen on the idea of Rishkar is my Khan. Oh, I guess they could get rid of my Siphoner here, potentially. They're probably just going to get rid of the Khan, though. No, not my Siphoner, my Harvester, I mean. Like, pressure Khan. Yeah, opponent just playing it safe here. Respect it. Yeah, it has flying. So they get to attack with both creatures, and we wouldn't if they had anything to crew. Right. That's kind of sad. We're still way ahead, though. It's like draw another card here, empty our hand, crew the Harvester. Kind of want to hold back the Harvester to block those, the thing. We can't get past their Harvester anyway. Yeah, that makes sense. So, let's just empty our hand here. That is accurate, Hogbog. It can probably never beat Chain Whirler in a million years. The Sliverblade deck. Still kind of delightful though, anyway. We've got Harvester to block, and we've got Tetsuko, meaning nothing of ours can be blocked. So, got some stuff going on. Every 2 turns we draw a card off Siphoner. Ooh. Is our Harvester going down? Or are they just trying to gain some life, I guess? Yes, they're just trying to gain some life, right? Most likely. Oh, we still get to block. don't think I'm giving lifelink. Kinda want to save the energy to draw cards with. Yeah. Don't know that we can beat Lyra, sadly. Lyra's kinda huge. Got a nice big ballista in play at least, but have to rip a land, I guess, to shoot down the Lyra. Huh. Alright, I have to attack with my stuff, regardless, right? Have to attack with my stuff. I can crew the Harvester with this to block their Harvester. Yeah, sometimes Lyra happens. Lyra's not been a problem out of the control decks, because you draw so many cards that, like, you can kind of just spew your hand on the board and race her sometimes, and you have Crushing Canopies out of the board. But out of these aggro and mid-range decks, she's a lot scarier, for sure. Honestly, if we draw like a Driven Despair or something like that next turn, we're probably still a favourite to win. But at the moment, she's quite scary. Okay, that is also scary. I guess that means I have to kill the Knight of Grace. Yeah, I can kill the Knight of Grace. And then next turn, if I rip a land, I can kill this. Like, none of this would really matter if it wasn't for the Lyra, but the Lyra is probably gonna kill us here. Like, quite convincingly. Alright, Harvester's active, sure. Marshal comes down. So we can crew Harvester to block their Harvester. I wonder if I need to start just gaining life with my Harvester. Buy me time to, like, pump up my Ballista. It doesn't... I might actually just need to start gaining life with my Harvester now, so I can buy time against Lyra. Whilst I, like, try and draw a land so I can start pumping up the Ballista twice a turn to take their stuff down. Another Siphoner, okay. Well, they can't block our stuff anyway, so I can just cast my things pre-combat before having to think. I guess I just tick up my Ballista now. So this attacks. This attacks. This attacks. I'm debating whether I can attack with the Llanowar Elves or not. I might need to be able to chump with it, potentially. The Sheffet Dunes, actually, is going to be a huge problem. Yeah, I feel pretty dead this game. The Sheffet Dunes means their Harvester brews through my Harvester. Just means, like, we have no good blocks either. This black-white deck seems sick. Seems like very good at beating up on nonsense, which is a good place to be early on in the format. That's a fair point. I was planning on crewing with the Ballista. I guess it doesn't really matter if they're sacking the Dunes, though. I think we have no real outs from this position. Yeah, I'm just gonna scoop. I think we have, like, no outs from this position. so I'm not going to bother trying to do the maths. Alright, so hostage takers come in, canopies come in, harvester comes in. Those happen for sure. The calm looked pretty good that game. I don't know if it's actually that good in general though. Obviously it ate a cast out of that game, but that's... I feel like it's pretty hard for us to protect Khan if we don't have a harvester in play is the problem. So I'm tempted to cut him. And chuck the charter courses like I've always been doing in sideboarding. And then I need to cut 2 more cards. But this is like kind of decent against that deck if you can keep the 3/3 off the board. It's also expensive and we're boarding in expensive stuff, so I'm still tempted to cut like the 1 copy. I don't know what the other card is. Maybe it's like one of the brawls. It seems fine. Kingpin is good at coming at the ground, that's fair. We could bring in Kingpin. We're like... Kingpin would have been pretty bad that game, but post-board we have some more answers to their Anthem effects. Yeah, flyers feel like the big problem. That's my thinking as well. But we'll see. Unclaimed. Alright, so this is kind of decent. We get to like go Brawl into Tetsuko into Driven Despair. We need to draw a 3rd mana source ideally to make this hand like a bit more explosive. But it's got some nice stuff going on to start with. Just gonna cast my Brawl. Ooh, Siphoners of their own. This list looks sweet, this black-white list. With Siphoners in too. Yeah, I imagine we don't ever beat Mono-Red Hogpog. Imagine you're right about that. I kinda want to go like Harvester this turn and then Tetsuko next turn. I don't know. Could just Tetsuko this turn, draw a card, and then set up for a decent turn next turn if my creatures don't die. Kinda like that idea. Helps us like hit our mana too. Cool. Curry is nice with this Driven Despair. Having a haste trap. This is like the other reason I like the couriers in the deck. They're really nice with Driven Despair turns. Being able to sneak down a haste trap. Right, we take 2. Sure, that is a Banalish Marshal. Right. So we get to go Courier, Driven Despair, draw free, discard free. This is kind of a sweet turn. I don't know if it's going to be enough this game, honestly, but certainly sweet. I'll give it that much. Can't F6 here because we have Moxes in our deck. Or like we want to hit our land drops too. Yeah, I agree that Pamela seems pretty good right now. I agree with that. I should just play this out. Like pretend that I have counter spell in hand or whatever. We can start making a big ballista or get our harvester in play to block or whatever. Why not F8? Oh, that's a good idea, Hogbook. I don't normally use F8. I didn't really think to. It's like one of the F things I don't use on Modo, but would have been pretty decent there. Right, here we go. 4-drop. What the hell? How do we ever beat that? Oh my god, that just murders every creature we play. Huh. That's really brutal. Don't think I can win this game anymore. I need like a hostage taker, right? I need a hostage taker for the Ariel. Yeah, this might be game over, Hogbog. You might be right. It's also like a 5/5 as well. Interesting. I think what I'm gonna do is Courier Harvester. Get in for 4 damage, cast the get in for 3 damage maybe, cast the Harvester. I guess that's a bit better. There's also just threatenings to kill Umezawa during combat. It's like half the problem. Like losing Umezawa in combat is really scary. But I guess we're just drawing to Hostage Taker. We've got like 1 turn to draw Hostage Taker here. Let's cast a cast Harvester. Putting us to draw a card here. You guys have threatened to block Marshall with Harvester though. They still get input 8 damage as part of the problem. Oh, that's kind of cool, Hogpog. I miss Esper tokens. Esper tokens was like my love and joy. Jeez. Yeah. Kind of want to play opponent's deck. Alright, this hits us for 10. Yeah, that makes sense, Hogpog. I really, really loved everything about Esper tokens. I miss it. I'm gonna get a link, an Imgur link. Oh, you can ask him for a list? That also works. I didn't know you knew Fast Fake. I just asked him, he said he'd send me an Imgur link. So, I'm gonna open this in Imgur and probably play it on my next stream because it looks gas. i.imgur.com. Alright, so I guess I'm just taking 10 here. Hoping I draw a card that doesn't exist. throwing another Harvester would buy me time, but later a Hostage Taker it's not good enough because now they have the second Marshal. Ariel can kill a Hostage Taker with the trigger on the stack. Yeah. Just talking to our opponent a minute. Oh my god, Hug Pug. So that wasn't the most successful league. We learned a lot though. I think I'm probably going to abandon this deck as far as like tuning for serious tournaments goes. I kind of want to keep messing around with it as like a hobby though. It's really fun. It's so much fun when it goes off. It destroys control. We managed to kill Green Stompy as well with it. And like the Hostage Takers really made things a lot better against Green Stompy. So it was kind of interesting. It was fun. I kind of like it.